Hello everyone, my name is Raven and welcome to Raven67854 Gaming, and uh, as before, the video yesterday that I posted, I need some additional help. So I kind of took y'all's feedback and have kind of started to compile it, and I've been thinking about launching a Indiegogo campaign to finally launch and build that game. Yeah, to finally launch and build that game. Okay, so first off, I chose Unity 4. That will be the engine I will be using for the bulk of the time, uh, almost exclusively. The reason I chose it is it's kind of convenient and, well, it's just kind of, it'll just work for the beginning of the site. So the next thing up is if it's, if I reach my goal and it's funded and all, I'm going to knock out Build That Game. Like, I'm going to delete all the videos on here and start re-uploading the old ones. So if you're still following along, thank you. And here comes the next probably very long-winded part, but try to get through it because I really, really do need some input. Okay, so I typed up a really quick rough draft. Um, Sorry, mouse is kind of broken, so it won't scroll up for some stupid reason. Okay, so for the Build That Game, I want to hopefully raise 12,500, and it will be used for obviously 4 months of exclusive work, which is full-time work. So, right now I just kind of do it whenever I have spare time, but there won't be any reason for that because I'll finally be making money off of it, so I can do it full-time. And the other thing is new audio equipment. Some of you guys have mentioned that I should get like filters and stuff. No. No, no, no. We don't use filters. What we do, however, use is we buy a really nice, like commercial grade, like for like what radio people use and all that. We get a mic like that. Those are fantastic, but they're also really expensive, like $200-300. Plus, I'll need a better sound card to plug it into. So I have to buy a sound card too. The next thing is like new engines and stuff. Want to get GameMaker Pro and the HTML5 edition? No, on the iOS and all that. Probably won't ever teach those. At least not now. It's like 500 bucks for all of them. Maybe later, but not right now. Later, Essent though. I'd like to be able to teach the 2.0 version, so probably won't teach it until it's like out. But I'd like to grab it early while it's super cheap because I don't want to pay $300 for it. And LEDWorks 3, I could pay the upgrade price, but I think it'd be around anywhere between 50. I should probably change that. 50 to 199. Okay, I also have to hire someone to build the website because I won't be having time for that because I will have to be making an enormous amount of videos. But it shouldn't be that difficult. And also all the asset files and stuff, I'll just use Rackspace. So I need some cash put aside to pay for Amazon or Rackspace. Probably Rackspace. I like it more than Amazon. And it'll make sense to use Rackspace later. So how will Build That Game work? Well, basically, as you can probably see and read, and I'm sorry I used WordPad. I don't actually have anything else on Windows. Um, like I said earlier, I kind of like the fact that education should, well, maybe not be free because people have to eat and all, but I think I don't think it should be expensive. So it will be a subscription-based service. However, pretty much all the tutorials will be free, especially the ones that will be coming out for the first 4 months. But eventually, and how the site will attempt to make money is obviously one, ads, and two, as it says, there will be some premium member tutorials that will eventually roll out onto YouTube. And I'll remove them and they'll go on YouTube and then everyone can view them. I figure that's fair. That way premium people get stuff early and they get the source files. That'll be another thing is source files because, that's kind of well, it's not really the part you need. Well, you may need it, but it's something that's, yeah, it's expensive. Bandwidth is actually kind of expensive even for these days, but not that expensive, I suppose. So, source files and the exclusive tutorials. And how much will it cost? $10 a month, but there will be a discount. And like I say here, don't worry. Whether or not you're a free or a premium member, you will still be able to follow along with the tutorials. Okay, so what will it cover? As I already said, and as it says here, the first few months will be exclusive for Unity 3D. version 4, obviously. Um, though, like I say right here, other tutorials may pop up from time to time, and I plan to cover a large variety, but mostly around game development. I don't really want to be like, you know, generic programming site that you just kind of pay money for and you just listen to a really boring voice and you make command line or console programs forever and ever and ever. No, don't want to be that. Instead, I'd like to cover a very large variety, mostly focused around game engines. However, I do want to cover programming languages. These are a few. I'm not saying I'm ever going to cover them, but you know, I kind of want to like, well, I will cover some of them, but you know, I kind of want to like, actually, you know what, I'm going to add C# here because I like C#. There we go, C# is added. So cover programming language. So the engines, obviously, eventually I'd like to cover UDK and CDK, Source, GameMaker, SNL, Leadworks, the Blender game engine. There are really no good tutorials for Blender game engine, and it's surprisingly not that bad of an engine, so I don't really understand why there are none, so might as well do it. Love2D and Polycode, and the question mark, obviously, oh yes, I'll add JMonkey. Real quick here. So the question mark would be anything else that kind of pops up in between then and there that's actually worth taking a look at. And eventually, obviously, after these, I'd like to teach, like, you know, an OpenGL class, like a modern OpenGL class, like freaking learning OpenGL 3. I would say 4, but Mac OS X doesn't support 4, even though they have GPUs that support it. They don't support it. So, yeah, I think it might be best to, you know, cover 3. Because I figure some of you guys might use Macs and might like Macs, so, you know, might like to follow along. Okay, now for the campaign perks. This is the bit I have no idea about. So this is what I have. The first one is 2 months free for $5, limited to 50. The next one is 2 months for 10. This will be the basic one that, you know, everyone will pick up. And then perk 3, and then perk 4. And basically 20 bucks for 3 months, and you get to vote for the next tutorial series, and then you get 6 months for 40, and then you get to vote on the next tutorial series. But, however, I do not have any idea. I really need some ideas for like additional stuff, and nothing physical. I don't want to deal with shirts and stuff. You know, I've read the horror stories of other Kickstarter campaigns and stuff, and no, I'm not doing that. I mean, I will, I guess, if I have to, but really, it's such a headache, and it just gets in the way. I'll spend like 1 or 2 months dealing with that crap rather than making videos. So I'd rather just make videos and get it out of the way and not, you know, not spend, hey, I spent the whole first month that, you know, I raised money for dealing with the t-shirts that went missing. I don't want to do that. Now, as far as the you get to vote, how it's going to work is I'm going to have a lot of stuff I'm just going to teach, but I want to like do like video game tutorial series based off of another game, like kind of like, okay, good example of a game that's kind of popular right now that a lot of people are quote-unquote cloning, even though I don't really buy into that whole crap. Minecraft, which is a copy of Infaminer, so go on ahead, hate me, but it is. So like, say that could pop up, and then basically we use Unity or whatever we end up picking, and we make the game in that engine, and we go from start to finish. I mean, obviously it won't be as polished because, you know, it is a tutorial, but it'll teach you how to do it. And then, you know, it'd be up to you to add your own uniqueness to it. Or it could be, you know, a genre you pick. Or maybe you pick the next engine or the next series. So that's kind of the idea there. And that'll be exclusive for them. And, you know, obviously once the campaign's over with, I'll set up a voting thing. And anyone who's tied to it, to the account system, can do it. Okay? Alright, so, and I spelled explain wrong. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's all I have. Please comment. Your guys' comments yesterday were really useful. I wish you guys commented on all my videos like that. It was amazing. There's a lot of very useful stuff, which kind of led to this. So please comment, tell me what you think. None of this stuff is, well, definitely this stuff is not final. But this stuff up above, this is what I'd like to do. And that really is actually how much I need. It sucks being an adult. It really does. Okay. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you guys for watching, and please comment.